Good evening. It's Kicking It with the Conkeys. I'm Cindy.
And I'm Dave.
How are ya?
I'm great. How are you?
Good. It's Saturday night, and we're going out for date night. So I'm excited.
It's Saturday night.
And I just want to go out for Sintini.
It's time to party. London Choir Boys. That was an 80s band.
Oh my God, I would have never guessed that one.
A real raspy voice. It was awesome. Listen, look it up. The Choir Boys, I think they go by now. But back in the 80s, it was the London Choir Boys. So you're looking forward to a Sintini tonight. We're going out to dinner.
Yep.
We also have a surprise party.
Yeah, shh, don't tell anybody.
I know. They probably, with all the listeners we have, somebody would know. So we're going to launch this after the party.
There you go.
So, yeah, after the party, we won't say whose party it is, but yeah, surprise.
Yep. So
you ever been surprised?
I don't like surprise.
You ever have a surprise party?
When you asked me to marry you, that was a
birthday
surprise.
party.
Oh,
birthday
no.
Party.
No, birthday party.
Yeah.
No. Actually, no. I don't think anybody could pull it over me.
Okay.
And it's not a challenge because I don't like surprises. I'm not a big surprise person.
I know. Well, we talked about the wedding one time already on this podcast, so I won't talk about that again. But I've been surprised. You surprised me at my 50th, and you surprised me at my 40th when, at the house. Oh, we're just gonna have a few people over. It was it was St. Patrick's Day, and yeah, you had some friends over. Like, all right, just a few friends, and then all of a sudden, it's 80 degrees, March 17th, and
how many years ago?
That would be 13 years ago now.
Okay.
And
your 40th.
We had a good small group of people, friends over. And then all of a sudden, we're outside in the patio because it's beautiful. And it was beautiful late into the evening. It's like 8:30. It's dark, right? And all of a sudden, there's all these people on the side of our house. Surprise! Anyway, so surprise parties are fun. I don't know. And then you surprised me over at Wine Social for my 50th. That was great. So,
yeah, that was fun. That was a good time.
Yeah. Surprise parties. They're fun. So we're going to one tonight.
Yep. And we just got back in from Florida celebrating your birthday, big 53.
Yeah, that was no surprise. I knew I was going to be 53, and I knew we were going to Florida.
I know. Well, I was really trying to do maybe that. We did a bar crawl on Sunday. So we love supporting the community down in Treasure Island. So we started at Sloppy Joe's, but I really wanted to do like a surprise, but I knew I probably couldn't plan it all. So our friends Jen and Gunther came up from Venice, so that was nice. But we started at Sloppy Joe's. We went to Katiki, which is an amazing little hut, great band. And then also we went over to Toasted Monkey, saw the women in rock. Wow, first time seeing them.
They're really good.
Oh my! I just got chills. Yeah. I just got goosebumps. So they were amazing. The two front ladies, wonderful singers. So I loved and enjoyed both of their voices.
Yeah, that was fun. That was awesome. We went to 82 degrees for dinner. That was outstanding. Oh,
my gosh. Oh. So I had them make a Sintini, but they didn't have my ingredients. But it was good, but it was a little sweeter than I prefer.
It was called a sortatini.
Yeah, there you go. Very nice marketing genius here. It was a sort of Sintini. I can't talk. So... But yeah, I'm excited. So I wanted to let our listeners know. So I've spoke a little bit about this on previous podcasts or on social media, but I'm talking about Sintini, and Sintini is an amazing RTD, which means ready to drink.
We're always ready to drink.
Yeah, no. Good point. And it's a tequila espresso martini with just a little bit of hazelnut, caramel, vanilla, just a little bit. So you taste that silky, like rich espresso. And oh my God, I got goosebumps right now. And the tequila. So my goal is I'm using Santo, Sammy Hagar, Guy Fieri's tequila for my drinks, but it's hard to find here.
It is. They got it in Meyer over here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's hard to find. It's hard. Yeah. So it's not in restaurant. You never go to a bar and you can never see it on the shelves of the bar.
And I know, I've listened to some podcasts and things like that where they want to take it. Do they want to be in every single market? I don't think so. But anyways, but I would love to. So I'm really, really excited that I'm going to do a pitch to Sammy and Guy, and I'm sending a box, a beautiful bougie box, as Carolyn said. It has a video in there. So I've done a video, and I'm going to pitch to Sammy and see if he wants to be an advisor, an investor, and maybe somehow I can use his Santo tequila in my espresso martini.
That's amazing. Well, we love Sammy, as everyone probably knows.
Exactly.
Well, you're having
Who
some
doesn't?
Santo right now.
Yep.
I can think of a few people who probably don't like them, but and I'm actually drinking some of Sammy's Beach Bar Cola spiced rum, which first time I've had it, and it's really good. I'm not typically a rum guy, but it's good, and I can taste the cola in it. It's pretty smooth. It's good, and I actually smoked it with the smoker that you got me for Christmas because I just like smoking things. So, but
I love the tiki guy on the front.
Oh, the bottling.
Embossed.
I mean, Sammy doesn't do anything half-ass. I mean, it's
exactly.
Whether it's music or business, he's all in. So yeah, so that'll be fun.
I know.
Hopefully.
So we are reaching out to Sammy's manager through a friend. Gave us his contact information, and we're going to send it out in the mail on Monday. So listeners, I'm going to hopefully have some wonderful feedback or some details on anything to see if he wants to be, if he likes my idea. But, I've been manifesting and really visioning where I can take the Sintini. There's no RTDs with tequila in them, and I'm coming up and solving a problem by there's no plastic cups out there. So this would be recyclable plastic, PET, and it would be the first one to the market. So I've been interviewing different beverage companies to look at my brand and talk about my strategy, find a co-packer, and take this to the market. And yes, I know what you guys are saying. Oh, why are you doing this, Cindy? You should be looking to retire. Well, I'll never retire because I have so much energy and passion. And we were sitting at Cruz Amir about 6 months ago, and I asked for my recipe as a tequila espresso martini. And then the waitress looked at me like I was crazy. It came with this amazing frothy head on it, 3 espresso beans, which mean health, wealth, and happiness, which I love to spread to all my friends and people around the world. And so I'm really excited. So please follow my journey. We're going to put this in the mail. We have this amazing box that's going to have a hat, and then of course I can't forget the wife, Kari, Sammy's wife. I'm putting a tank top, a really adorable tank top. We made tons of merch, and we're going to put it in the box, in this video box. And it will tell my story along with my business plan and where I want to take this. And you know what? Everybody, please say a prayer. I'm putting it out in the universe. I've been manifesting it. I see us 2 Libras as partners.
I tell you, I'm really impressed. I mean, I know I probably, when you first came up with the idea, we were kind of like, oh, that'd be cool, but you've really done a lot of research and work, and I'm really impressed with all that you've pulled together on this. I mean, it's really cool, and I get excited. I was just at the grocery store today, and I found some shelf space for you in the ready-to-drink section. So, I took, it's neat. I mean, I really, you've sold me. Originally, we come up with ideas about doing stuff all the time, and
right.
You think of things, and then all of a sudden you say, oh, well, it's already done, or it's maybe there's no market for it. There's a a lot of times there's a reason why something isn't there, right? Because there's not a need for it. You might need it, but the market doesn't support it. But I tell you what, I'm excited. I mean, I see this at, like you said, you can see it at Pine Knob. You can see it at, a baseball game or another sporting event. You can see it on the golf course. Anywhere where there's not a bartender ready to make a craft cocktail, it's perfect for
Right,
it.
and I want it with no additives, and I want it to be handheld and comfortable. And ladies, who wants to flip up a can and break a nail? You can just pull back the foil lid and gently and drink. And I made a nice thin rim. So let me tell you how I came up with this. A lot of you guys know, maybe not. My background is supply chain management, and in the industry of automotive, and as a buyer, program management, and sales for 30 years. And so I know a little bit, a lot about injection molding and tooling. So one day I sat down a few weeks ago, I drew out my cup, I organized it, and designed number 1. I didn't like number 2, and then I think I have a really good fit on design 3. But shout out to my friend Dave Masters over at KUKA. He set me up with this amazing kid named Zach, who is a 3D printer. He came up with all the drawings. He keeps giving me cups and working with me on my ideas. And thanks to Jason Whitman, Fozzie, and Steve Huff. Love all of you guys who have helped me with the design and my passion of getting me the right cup. So today I got some foil. I've been doing my prototype, so I'm actually putting a foil cover. So if you've ever seen a peel and seal lid, we made stickers, and we're sticking it on the top. And Sintini, it will have my tagline, which is a sin with every sip.
Yeah, we can really talk about it because the other day you filed for your trademark.
I know.
So that's cool too.
Oh yeah,
so
and thank you.
congratulations.
Yeah, well, thank you. I'm so excited. So Matt, if you guys ever want to, I've been listening to podcasts, and for the past maybe 3-4 months, and talking and listening and watching videos of all of these type of beverage companies and how all these entrepreneurs have taken their drinks. So my envision is taking this, like you said, to Pine Knob, and I have so many goosebumps. I almost can't talk right now. It's from my head to my toes, that of my passion and my desire to get this going. And so anyways, I made a bunch of merchandise, and we're going to put it out. I'm going to make a company store, and I'm going to start taking orders and help fund my campaign of, because anywhere from, if anybody, initial investment in this type of business can be anywhere from $50,000 to, $100,000 to get started. And that's, over a year. So where somebody needs to be, you see people on Shark Tank, they need, at least $200,000 to $300,000 to help them and get the lines up and more capital. And, people are making stuff out of their garages and things. So I'm really excited, and I'm interviewing beverage companies, and I think I'm narrowing it down. So just trying to find the right co-packer. I listened to, I think it was the guys over at Pick-a-Pack. Their mascot's a pickle. So I listened to a bunch of their podcasts and did some research. So
Cool.
So we'll see where this goes. I'm excited.
You gotta, like you said, you gotta manifest it, and you gotta. And part of that is, even before the damn thing's even made, you start selling merch for it. You start getting the ball rolling, get the excitement behind it. You create. You got to get the brand out there. I mean, all this stuff is. I mean, we're branding people, but the alcohol and the drink business. I mean, taste is important. All that stuff's important, obviously. But if it weren't for branding, do you think Bud Light, Miller Lite, and those beers would be anywhere if it weren't for branding and the dollars that they spend to do it? I mean, there's so many better beers out there. But, it's all about getting the word out there and building a story around it. And you got a great story on it, so it's exciting. I can't wait to start seeing the merch fly off the shelves, and I can't wait to see the airplane in the air with the flag behind it, Sintini.
I know. I got to reach out to Bill Butler. Let's see if or some of my friends with planes.
Yeah,
let me know.
call us up.
But you got to make sure your product is different than anybody else's. There's no cups on the market. There's no ready to drink with tequila espresso martinis on the market right now. There's a gentleman that's getting his started out of a can. But you have to have a value. You have to solve a problem. And the value is that I'm going to have different types of drinks, that little bit of a caffeine boost, but not give you that that dive where you
Spike,
Yeah.
or you spike and then crash.
crash. And but this will be rich and smooth, and just if somebody wants a little pick me up, there's not going to be a lot of caffeine in it.
So you can drink it at work.
Exactly.
If you need a kick at 10 o'clock, you got a meeting at 11, you just have a tequila espresso martini.
Exactly.
Sintini. In fact, we're not
Right.
calling it tequila espresso martinis anymore. It's going to be like Kleenex.
Yeah,
It's gonna
exactly.
be a
Everybody will
Sintini.
call it. Yeah. So
That's another thing. Is just spread the word. I have a Sintini. What's that? And then you tell them what's in it, and they make it for you at the bar. I mean, you really got to create this hysteria around it. So.
No,
that's
exactly.
exciting.
But also, I need to solve a problem. One, you could peel back a lid. I mean, people who don't want to drink out of a can. A lot of people don't want to drink out of an aluminum can.
yeah.
And also, let's say you go to all these concerts, they don't have bartenders and they don't have time to make espresso. And so, I mean, I'm solving a problem there too. And, so I'm really excited. And then I'll probably be doing other SKUs as well, from a signature. I'll be doing ones with maybe a higher APV, maybe a lower APV sipper. Also, I'd love to do something that maybe for summer I can see us sitting on the boat, and maybe it'd have a coconut flavor to make you feel like you're at the beach, and and then in the winter I'm going to add a little maybe mint and a little bit of hint of that
Peppermint and
peppermint
Christmas.
and warm Christmas in your belly. So I have all these SKUs that I want to do. But usually you should always start out with 3 to 6 SKUs is what they recommend. So please follow our journey. Please follow me. I'm on Instagram, LinkedIn Sintini Martini, and it's SINTINIE. T-I-N-I. I get it all excited. Martini. But I'm on TikTok, YouTube. I'm on everywhere. So.
No, it's awesome. So one of these days we're going to have to get, once Sammy says, yeah, we're ready to do this, we'll get him on the podcast. And,
there we go. So exciting. So.
We'll manifest that one.
Yeah, so, anybody know about manifesting? I've been doing it, learned about it throughout all these podcasts, how you don't wish for things. You don't wish. What you do is you manifest it, and you talk about it. You feel the spiritual need for it and what you want, and ask the universe. And we're going to do vision boards. I just went and picked up some boards.
I think, you showed me that podcast today about it. I mean, I've taken...
Oh, yeah, Mel Robbins. Let's give her a shout out.
All right, so that, Mel Robbins, it was a great video because it talked about, what's the difference between wishing and manifesting. And, I've worked with business coaches, and I've read, books on, how to, build your business and all this stuff, and visualizing what you want. But, a lot of times people say all you got to do is just wish for it or think about it and it's going to happen. That's not the case. I mean, that was something that she talked about. What's the difference between wishing and manifesting? And wishing is, I wish I had this, I wish I had that, and you come from a space of not having. Whereas manifesting, you're basically saying, I have this, or I want this, or I'm gonna have this in X amount of years, and this is what it's going to look like. And you close your eyes and you actually see it, right?
Right. You envision it, but this way, because if you're saying, I wish I was rich, okay? Yeah. Well, that makes it sound like, wow, I'm poor, so I'm wishing for something I don't have. Instead of manifesting, thinking about it, waking up and thinking about it, but taking action to make it happen.
Yeah, you don't just wish and pray and hope it works. You got to do the work.
Yeah,
you got to put the work in.
Yeah. I manifest, and I think about on my dream board is I have a picture here with Sammy and Guy Fieri, and I'm putting I'm toasting with them, and I'm putting my picture, and I'm manifesting it and putting it on my board. And then I'm not wishing about it. I'm doing something.
You're working towards
it. Yeah. Am I putting $150 into merch, into a box, and made this beautiful box? Absolutely. But if I didn't take the action, you don't know what can happen from that. So.
Absolutely.
So we're making these boards. Just went and got it. So Dave, tell us about some of the things that are going to go on your board.
Well, I have with Performa. We're a franchise of Performa, and I went right hook to be in the $1 Million Club. And what happens is if you have $1 million in revenue, you are part of the $1 Million Club, and you go on a vacation, a weekend trip, which they just had a couple weeks ago, and I was jealous I wasn't there. I was, I was pissed off. I'm like, I wanted to be there.
Well, we were busy.
And we were busy, yeah. It was my birthday. I couldn't have gone to that. But last year, quite honestly, we were very close. I mean, I'm not talking about numbers, but we were close to being able to go this year, and we missed it. But next year, I want to be there. And manifesting it based on, kind of what we talked about today is like just waking up and seeing yourself walk into that resort in Palm Springs that they're holding the event at, and, talking to these other owners that are in the same boat as you. I mean, there's some Performa owners that are multi-million dollar companies. And I mean, it's amazing. And they have the same resources to do all this stuff as we do. So, but we probably even have more because of, our production capabilities. So it's, you got to visualize it. I see them putting the blue jacket on that says $1 Million Club on us and going to that next March. So that's the number one thing on mine. I mean, some other things, I don't know. I probably have a house in Florida, and, maybe I'd like to manifest my own airplane, because I want to fly on my own. I don't like just the whole process of flying is irritating to me, but that's another story for another time.
Yeah. Well, the core idea is having a mental focus and the energy that will attract and create these outcomes. You have to put things into reality through your thoughts and feelings, beliefs, and actions. So some of those things, like I just created some things that I'm putting on my board. So if you guys can envision right now concerts and golf courses and all this, where I want to take my Sintini, and being on the Meijer shelves and Kroger shelves, and then also I put financially just stable. I don't have to be a millionaire, billionaire. Okay, maybe, but I'll try it, But, and also I did do a vision board of the Performa $1 Million Club as well. But also, I'm manifesting. I want to find the right co-packer to help me bring my cup and my vision, and I'm putting that on my board, as well as, I really want us to be healthy and, and just have a good lifestyle, type of thing. So those are some of the things I'm putting on there.
That's good. I mean, it's awesome. I know. I remember doing this. We did something like this with the kids a long time ago. Remember? Yeah. We did it at the old house. We had different pictures on it.
Well, I bought some stickies too. So every time you think of something, then that's what we did. Like kids, like, what do you guys love at vacations and family things? And we all made boards. It was really fun. But I bought stickies just so when you think of something and you're manifesting it and have that feeling and excitement, put it on the sticky and then put it on your board. Mm-hmm. And we look at it, daily. You wake up, and that's what they say. First thing you do, and I mean, that's exciting to get out of bed, manifest something, envision yourself there, whether you just want a vacation or something simple, I don't know, a really nice dinner out with your spouse by themselves, any of that type of stuff.
I just thought of something. Years ago, I was on, when Twitter was new, I remember this, it just hit me. And, you know, I'd post business stuff on Twitter and, you know, use Twitter. I haven't used Twitter in forever. It's X, obviously, now. But I remember this guy. I don't know, I was following him. I think he's from the UP or somewhere up north in Michigan. I cannot remember I don't know his name. I don't know the guy. But I was following him. And his Twitter name was a beer, or his hashtag, I think, was a beer with Branson. And his goal was to have a beer with Richard Branson. Do you ever hear this?
Yes,
know this guy?
Absolutely.
You remember this? This is a long time ago. And I kept watching, and, you know, he kept putting all these things, and he'd hashtag a beer with Branson, Richard Branson. And he actually, I believe he had a beer with Richard Branson. Somehow they connected. They found out. I got to look it up. I got to figure out what the guy's. But I think he was up in the UP. It just goes to show. I don't care if you're in the UP or. I mean, he manifested that. He put it out there, and he kept posting stuff and trying to figure out. Probably followed and see. All right, where's Richard Branson going to be speaking, or where's he going to be? Maybe I'll go there. And it finally happened. So that story dawned on me, and I was like, oh wow, because Richard Branson was always somebody I'd love to have a beer with. There's probably only a couple people that famous like that. Richard Branson's one of them, and Sammy Hagar's probably the other one. So
you know,
so maybe
I would love to meet Jimmy Fallon. He makes me laugh. I love hanging out with people who laugh. So I think I'd rather have a Sintini with him.
A Sintini,
yeah. You have your beer, and well, you like my Sintini, so
I love him.
But yeah, I mean, some of the people that are joyful and can make you laugh and
or learn something. I mean, yeah,
absolutely.
That's cool. So
that's what we're doing this week. So we have some excitement besides Right Hook being busy, but you know, let's talk about. We've talked about work hard, play hard. How about giving hard?
Have we played hard?
Yeah, we just got back from Florida, and we had some fun, even though we have to work all the time.
No, it's fun.
I know.
Work's fun when it's busy, I think.
Absolutely.
So what do you got going on? What are you giving? What do you got to give?
What do I have to give? I was hoping to get a foster puppy this week, but I haven't heard back, so maybe they didn't get any. But number one, please foster, rescue animals. But at the Eagles down the road, we're doing a fun Easter egg hunt tomorrow.
Easter egg.
Yep. So it's an adult Easter egg.
Oh,
we have shots out of an Easter egg. It's open mic night too.
Sounds like play hard.
Yep.
I don't know.
But so we're doing that. But yeah, I'm trying to think of some other things that we did this week. We did help out a lady. Unfortunately, all right, you're shaking your head, so I guess I'm not going to talk about that. All right.
No, I don't know.
I think what you did was great. I mean, a lady lost her mom, and we made vision boards right away. I think that was really, really nice. Because, I mean, unfortunately, my friend, we got to go to a funeral tomorrow. She just lost her mom. And, moms are everything, to us. So anyways, if you need a vision board for, unfortunately, if death in a family, things like that, we can turn those around. We're happy to help people. So, I was proud of you. You really took that on.
I mean,
you talked her through it. I know she was upset.
No,
No, I mean, the thing is, in life, is helping people. It makes you feel better, and it passes it along. If you help somebody, they're going to help somebody, and it keeps going and going and going.
Actually, you're right. I know. I mean, it was great. She came and picked it up, and everything turned out and worked out. It looked good. It was, a board with a bunch of pictures of her mom, and I guess it warmed my heart. I didn't really want to, like necessarily talking about, stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe that's me, but yeah, it was.
Yeah, no. Well, I think we did something nice for somebody.
Absolutely,
so.
Absolutely. No, and it's it's good. So, what's going on? So we got the surprise party tonight. What else? We're gonna.
Where do you want to go to dinner? we got to stay close. Well, the party's around 8, so we have a couple hours here. What I'm hoping is maybe we. I just want to go have a Sintini somewhere.
Well, somewhere that can do it right.
Yeah, and thank you, Maddie and Louie and Leah over at Valentino's. They always come through for us. And Louie said, just talk to the managers, and they'll get my Sintini on their menu. So.
Good.
I know we talk a lot probably on the podcast about Valentino's, but...
I saw Leah at Meijer today.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I always see somebody at Meijer. Or at Kroger, or whichever one I have to go to.
I don't like going to the grocery store.
That's why I do it.
I know.
But,
yeah.
So something I was going to say. I can't remember what
ahead.
it is. No, you go. I'll think.
Well, no, I was just going to talk, Easter's coming up, and it's great to have all the kids home. I'm excited about that. So I mean, we have a fun week. We have tons of things going on. My gardening's picking up. Just met with a couple great customers today. And we are I can't believe the transformations that Colton does. It's unbelievable. So I'm excited. We have a great week of fun things, and I'm excited. So, and one of the organizations that I'm meeting with, to talk about doing a store for them. It's actually for victims of domestic violence, which I always would love to talk about. So I met this wonderful lady. Her name is JoJo, and I really, really follow her on social media and what she stands for. So she has created a company, and it's called On the Wings of Angels. So it's just she's an empowered, woman. It's a wonderful nonprofit to really help bring out awareness in domestic violence. So as a victim, as myself, I'm happy to support her. So I have a meeting with them on Monday afternoon and see what we can do to help them to get them merch. Because JoJo, she's on Fox 2 News, and she's been doing a lot of social media, as well as I see her on the news. So she really needs some items for her annual gala coming up.
Awesome.
So I'm excited. So to talk about giving hard, I love working and supporting these type of businesses. So if any of our listeners out there, if you have a business or something you're passionate about, please reach out, and I'd love to help you. Give you some discounts on merch and things, and give you a gift basket and whatever you need. Oh, and another thing, what we're doing, I forgot about that. It's already Wednesday. So Wednesday the 9th, we are actually the library is having a fun gathering. It's the Roaring 20s.
Roaring 20s, yeah.
Yep.
No, that'll be fun. No, the library's a great partner with us. We do a lot of work with them, and a great library. I mean, the things that they offer there, it's amazing. So that'll be fun. That's Wednesday, right?
Yep. So what are we going to wear? Do you have any Roaring 20s?
We're in the Roaring 20s. We're in the 20. Could never say Roaring 20s.
I know. That's why
roaring is always a tough word for me. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. We got to figure that out. Probably some sort of, I don't know. I have no idea. Like Great Gatsby type stuff. Or
exactly.
Something? Is that what it is?
Right. Well, you can make a suit or have a suit, but I got to have the fringe and the.
I'm sure they wore T-shirts and jeans in the 20s.
Oh, Jesus. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll
figure
it out.
We love supporting our community, so we will be there. But
a couple other things. We had a huge shout-out the other day. An old client. He's not old. He's like our age, but he's an old client of mine because it goes way back to like 99, 2000. Heritage Oaks Landscaping, Ryan Marici, we did a website for him. And that was so long ago, right? Somehow he's still on our mailing list, and we, send him information and stuff like that. And he reached out to me, and he came in the other day about doing some apparel for him. And he's like, Yeah, he listened to your podcast. That's what caused him to call us. So
I
I was
love
like,
that.
that is outstanding. I'm like, listen, we're not just talking out of our, talking into the great wide open. So it was cool. It was awesome to hear somebody was listening. We were hearing a lot of people that told us, oh, I listen to the podcast. And every time somebody says they listen to the podcast, I get a little anxious and nervous. Don't you? Like, oh shoot, they're listening. It's kind of, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like we're just talking to each other and like, oh shoot, we're putting it out there for anyone to listen to. So that was cool. Another thing I'm excited about is I just got us some new. So if the sound of these podcasts suck sometimes, it's going to be resolved. We've got a new podcast set up, some new microphones and headphones
That's
coming.
exciting.
And we're going to try to do it right because we really want to keep doing it. We really like it. And
Yeah, it's
think
fun,
been good.
and then we can support other businesses and local things that we want to talk about. So I think, let's,
I'm excited about it.
put our money where our mouth.
And we want to
talks.
get some guests too. We got some ideas
Absolutely.
for some guests coming up.
Yep, we're making a list. So yeah, if you'd love to be a guest, and we'd love to support you and help your business and do some shout outs. And yeah,
It could be anything. I mean, it doesn't even have to be business. It can be, I mean, as long as it's working hard, playing hard, or giving hard, let's talk about it. And let's get you on the podcast. We'll do a little conversation, and spread the word.
yep, awesome.
So, are you getting hungry?
I am.
Me too.
All right. Well, I will just say, please rescue, foster, spay and neuter your pets. I know I sound like Bob Barker, but
Well, I love Bob Barker.
I know. But yeah. So everybody have a good night. Thank you for listening, and be kind, and please follow us, Sintini Martini, on all the social media.
Yeah. Yep. You'll be hearing more. You'll be seeing it.
I
It'll
know.
be out
Next
there.
podcast, maybe. Any feedback?
what
I don't know. Watch my podcast, or excuse me, watch my social media, because I'm going to be putting it out there. I'll show you guys all the video and everything like that. So have a great night, and
Thank you for listening. We're kicking it with the Clonkies.
good night.
Night.